Oh, hi.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, yeah, having problems with our connection, and yeah, the voice comes first before the picture. So,
Ah, really?
yeah, now there we go. And now I
Yes,
can see you. All
yes.
right. So, hey, how's
Uh-huh.
your day?
It is good, but the weather is very cold today.
Oh,
So
still
I very,
cold.
very cold and windy. But today I try to go to swimming. Try to go to swimming
Hmm.
just by myself, and then, but I went to swimming pool by riding a bike. So it was very windy, and I felt so cold today.
You're asking for a windburn if you did
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
hey, nice haircut, by the way.
Ah, thank you.
I noticed it. Nice haircut. Suits you.
Yes, yes, too long like that. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you're gonna attract some ladies now.
Should I go outside right now?
Yeah, you should go outside. Maybe when you were riding a bike. I guess when you were riding a bike, they couldn't chase you.
But actually nowadays, like this cold weather,
Hmm.
not many people go outside because they want just inside.
Oh, I see.
That's the reason. It's pity.
well, well, yeah. Try that haircut maybe again this summer.
Summer. How long should I wait?
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
no, no, wait.
Mhm.
Spring is coming,
Ah,
right?
spring. Yes, yes. Maybe
All right.
2 or 3 months later, maybe spring will coming. Yes, yes.
No, 2 or 3 months.
Yes. About March,
Oh.
February.
Ah, I
This
see.
is
Wait.
February, so March, more April. April is
Huh.
almost summer. Almost spring. So maybe 2 months later, it will
Oh.
be spring. Why?
Oh, okay. So I thought spring break of the kids
Uh-huh.
told me that it's gonna be this February. They're gonna have their spring break, right?
But spring break they are usually not in the totally in the spring. They are between winter and spring.
I see.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
that's
when you say,
very short. 1 or 2 weeks
mm,
only. I'm not
uh,
sure nowadays, but
yeah.
at the time.
Some of my students say that 2 weeks, some of them 3 weeks.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Very
think yeah.
short. Not
Mm.
month. Not for month. Usually 2 or 3 weeks, and then I don't know why they today have like the short term, but it's better just they have a long term in the summer or winter break, a winter vacation. But until when
Hmm.
I was also in the children, when I was in the
Hmm.
elementary school or middle school, there was also some spring break in there. But it's
Mm.
very short. But we can have vacation that day. Just go to academy like that. It's not that good.
So a vacation to the academy.
Yes, academy is very booming. Not
Uh,
for the kids,
uh,
just for the academies.
yeah, yeah, it's just like prison.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, luckily here in the Philippines, it's really quite different.
Ah, yes,
Uh,
I know that in your in your country, Philippines, there are several
mhm.
vacation in there, but within very short term. Several vacation, not
No,
for.
actually, there are only summer break, and I think there's only summer break.
Oh.
But
Mm.
summer break has well, in college
Mm.
you have in between breaks, right?
Ah, yes, 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 yeah.
When you finish first semester,
Mm-mm.
then you're gonna have maybe a month off, then another semester,
Ah,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Right? And here in when you are in middle school,
Mm.
grade school, and
Mm.
high school,
Mm.
I think there is this one semester break
Mm.
where you can have a 2 weeks break,
Mm.
and
At
actually
the
that's
time,
in
there
the
are no classes in school.
yeah. At the time, there
Mm.
are no class in school, so just for 2 weeks.
Mm.
And summer break is actually for 2 months.
Oh, 2 months is quite long.
Yeah,
It's not that
yeah,
small, I
two
think.
months.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, 2 months is quite long.
Yes, yes,
No,
quite long.
yeah, it's quite long. It's really quite long.
Mm.
But the difference here is not like in Korea. Like I heard that right now,
Mm.
kids don't tend to enjoy their summer breaks because they're going to their academies. They're
Ah,
studying,
yes, yes, yes.
right?
That's the problem.
They're studying
But
hard, studying
actually,
hard,
until
studying
middle
hard.
school, they can go to vacation for like 1 week, like within 1 week, or 3 or 5 days
Yeah.
like that. But almost
Yeah.
every they have vacation for almost 2 months, 2 months or 1.5 months. They
Mhm.
can use almost fully 1 week as a vacation, but left of them they have to go to academy. But maybe
Yeah.
actually it's better because they don't have to go to school. So at
Yeah, that's
left
right.
time they can enjoy for another activity like that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, again, the difference here is also, um, you really don't need academy
mm.
unless, for example,
Yes, yes.
unless you are failing, unless
Mm,
you are failing in one subject, right?
mm,
For example,
mm,
you are failing in math,
mm,
right? And for you, in order for you to pass
mm.
math, you need to attend summer school,
Yes, yes. There is a summer
right?
school in Korea too, but in the university only, not in the middle school or high school.
Ah,
Only in
yeah,
college or
but
university only. But actually,
mm,
I think that like this kind of academic system is very special in Korea, not in not other school, other. But maybe there are a lot of academics
mhm,
in the another country, but especially Korea has very strong academic system in Korea, because there are almost every
mhm,
student go to academy were learning from the internet site like this.
mhm,
So,
yeah.
but America or Japan or China has like that kind of system, but Korea has the most strongest system in here.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it's good
I
or
really
bad.
believe that. I really believe that.
Mm,
I really believe that your structure
mm.
is much more superior than United States
Yes,
actually
yes,
because
they are just sometimes they are benchmarking our system.
that's right, that's right, right. And yeah, but when you think about it, also
Mm,
when relating to kids, right?
mm,
Um, this is what I believe in, of course,
mm,
and I also want my when I gonna have a children.
mm.
I also want them to experience that every summer vacation is it's the time for them, right?
Yes,
It's really
yes,
the time
yes,
for them.
yes, yes.
But I also hear a lot of complaints about the parents that my daughter is not my daughter. I'm afraid that my daughter is really stressed out. I'm
Yeah.
afraid that my son is really stressed because they keep on studying, but like that. But we have no
Mm.
choice.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
me hearing that, it's really quite different because here in the Philippines, like
Mm.
I said, breaks they are really not doing any schoolwork. No
Yes, yes,
schoolwork at
yes, yes.
all.
Or extracurriculum.
So
They do another
yeah,
things. Yes, yes.
yeah,
Other
maybe
things.
maybe if you are interested in
Mm.
joining,
Mm.
maybe in learning an instrument
Mm.
or dancing or anything like
Yes,
that, it's
yes,
your
yes.
decision,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's not really required in anything like that. So besides that, the whole summer, the whole 2 months is for themselves. So they just play,
Mm.
play, 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 and it's
Uh,
really quite a shock for me to
yes,
see
yes.
that. But it is a natural norm in Korea now, right?
Yes, yes. But actually, in academy, there are many
Hmm.
focus is in prerequisite learning. Prerequisite. They
Yeah.
want to study in advance. In
Yeah,
advance.
that's right. That's
They
right.
want to study again for in advance. That's the reason. Many people, many school already know that they already run about this in academy before. So they are trying to just how can I say? They
Mm.
are trying to teach this lesson, but they
Hmm.
already know because they already learned about that in the academy. But actually,
Yeah.
I think,
They want
but
to get ahead.
yes, yes, yes. But what you said, we can also running like taekwondo or playing instrument or playing the piano until
Hmm.
middle school, I think. But in high school, almost every people study on focus on only in learning,
Yeah, of
learning
course.
math, English, science, history, or literature like that. But
Yeah.
until middle school, but nowadays I'm not sure. But in my case, until middle school, they can do extracurriculum. But extracurriculum for learning another not subject but
Yeah, that's right. That's
start
right.
with the high school almost every people start with their uh, vacation or break time for study deeping study or prerequisite learning about that.
Yeah, so they're investing their time for them to get to a better university, to a better
Yes,
college, right?
yes, that's very
Right.
sad word but it's reality.
Yeah, it's I know it's really, I understand that it's a really a big thing. It is
But
really a big thing.
but that's the reason why Korean mathematics is very very difficult actually.
Yeah, I really know about
I
that.
heard that in high school third grade, the senior the level of the math is very very
Hmm.
difficult. So I heard that there is a documentary. I saw the documentary that in the Harvard University, the mathematic who studied mathematics in the school university in
Hmm.
Harvard. Their major is study about mathematics, but they cannot solve the question in the Korean SAT question because it's too hard.
Mm.
It was too hard. Even the high school, Harvard is one of the best school in the
Yeah,
world, not in the
in the
America or in
world,
the
in the
world, but
world.
even they
Yeah.
cannot solve some problem because they
Mm.
are very very complicated and they have their own solution in Korean style, but that's not Korean style, but they have own their solution in there, so they have to should follow
Hmm.
the kind of how can I say it,
They
route
have their
or
own way.
yeah own way. So it's very very
Mm.
difficult. But
Yeah.
that's the reason why in Korea we are good at study mathematics and then science. That's the reason I think.
Well, yeah, I really believe that.
Mm.
I really
And
believe that.
India is
Hmm.
also similar. I heard about India.
Uh,
They are also very similar. They are strong in math also.
yeah, and I heard about this. What kind of there is this one way they teach also child. Well, actually, it's a special way that
Mm.
I forgot the name, and they only do like this.
Yes, yes, they're using their finger.
Yeah, and they're actually doing like this, and I was confused. Actually, I was watching this video, and
Yes,
I was confused. Why are they doing that?
yes, yes. But
And I
actually,
realized they're counting.
yeah, they in Korea we are our way is multiplication tables.
Yeah, multiplication
Multiplication
table,
table.
right?
We are until using nine, 9 times 9 until. But I heard that India they learn about 20 times 20 like that. It's
Oh
very,
yeah, yeah.
it's
Actually,
very.
also here in the Philippines, we learn 20 to
Oh
20.
really?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, actually, I didn't. Actually, now I forgot. They let us memorize that. Actually, they let us
Yeah.
memorize that, but I only memorized until 12.
Oh really? Wow. In Korea
Yeah.
we just memorize until 9 by 9,
Hmm.
not 10 by 10 like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, actually, when you think about it,
Mm.
when you solve math, right?
Mm.
When you solve math, it's like this, like that, right?
Ah, it's
You
very.
don't solve it 23 times 99, something
Yeah.
like that, right? You don't
Yes,
solve
yeah.
it that way. You
Yeah.
solve it like that.
Yes, yes, yes,
So,
yes.
so before I thought that
Uh,
it's useless for us to memorize this,
yes, yes, yes,
right?
yes.
So actually until 9 is the most important thing that I
Mm.
think
Yes,
that is
yes,
really important because we don't solve equations strictly as
yes. But I
99
heard
times
that
99.
on more than 9 by 9, they are for their memory, memory skill.
Yeah, it's for memory skills.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel back then. Well,
Yes, yes.
anyways, let's go to your article. I mean
Yes, yes.
article. I'm sorry, your textbook. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
what lesson are you in there?
Today, how
What unit?
about unit 18, men and women? Unit 18,
Okay.
men and women.
Unit 18, men
Yes.
and women. All right. So, okay, really sensitive topic right now.
Yes.
A really sensitive topic
Yeah.
because we other people have different opinions on these,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes,
So
yes.
actually, some other people fight for equality between men and
Yes.
women,
Yeah.
right? Equal rights. Of course, we
Mm.
understand that equal rights, but on work,
Mm.
equal workloads.
Mm.
Okay, like for example, in factory workers,
Yes,
equal
yes.
workloads. So I think some actually fight for equality,
Mm.
for equal workloads,
Mm.
but some fight for equity.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Right, because there are some things that men can do
Mm.
that women can't,
Mm.
and there are some things that
Y-
that women
Women can
can
too.
do
Yeah.
that we
On men.
can't.
Yes, yes, yes.
right?
Yes.
So, yeah, very interesting topic for us today.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
are men and women equal in our society?
Uh, until now, it's not totally equal, but
Yeah, that's right.
nowadays it's much improved. It's already improved compared to the last
Mm-hmm.
10 years, because last
Mm.
10 years, our society think women should work, just work, not work, just they have to stay in house as a housewife, but men should work, not in housewife. Is that in
Yeah.
last 10 years ago is our, how can I say, BS or concept like that. But
Mm-hmm.
nowadays it's improved, so many women are working, working as a working woman. But until now there is a new glass ceiling in there, in the society.
Oh wait,
Bec-
there are new
Glass
what?
ceiling,
Oh,
glass
okay, okay, okay.
ceiling.
Mm.
They
Glass
cannot improve,
ceiling.
glass ceiling. So they
Mm-hmm.
cannot. There is a limitation to the position for the women. They can. It's not easy to, as a women, to be a top manager or CEO or president like
Mm.
that. Of course, in Korea there was a women president. The
Yeah, and
result
it's
was not
really
that
not a
good.
good start.
The result was not that good, but there was a
Yeah,
women president in here,
yeah.
and then there was
Well,
like a, uh, what women present in here, and then that was very high sensation in our country Korea, because that she was the first the first women, a woman president. But until
mhm.
now it's not that hard, easy to woman in the work, because I think first of all is when they have a baby, it's not easy to take care of their
Yeah,
babies in
that's right.
work. And then
Hmm.
in the pregnant, they are usually forced let them stop work.
Yeah, they
Yes,
must.
yes. So
They
it's,
don't want any casualties at work, right?
yes. So
Right.
in that, maybe during the term they usually hire some intern or part-time worker for 1 year or two
Hmm.
year like that. But after they just born a baby, but they can come back. But their baby is so young, one or 2 years old, so they need
Hmm.
someone to help to take care of their kids. But
That's
it's
right.
not
That's
easy
right.
to find someone, or they have to let them go to playground or some other. But they have to hire someone or find some place to play with them. It's not
Yeah,
that easy.
a babysitter.
A babysitter, yes. That's the
Okay.
reason
Well,
until now, not, women's case, not easy to work in the company or work in some workplace.
well, yeah, that is really right
But
because
I think, but actually the second problem is the payment. I think so. In the
oh
same
yeah,
position, the men's is usually just more than higher than women's case.
yeah,
Even the
more
same
higher
position
position.
or same
Yeah.
work. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's right. That's right. They have more. They have higher salary
Mm,
because what I think there is companies are too afraid
mm.
for most companies are too afraid for women workers
Yes, yes.
because I'm not really saying this in a bad way, okay, but this is what I understand, okay. So some companies think that women are a liability,
Yes, yes,
right?
yes, yes.
Although they perform well,
Mm,
some companies think that they are a liability because when they get pregnant, of course, it's
mm.
going to be a lot of workload for the company
Yes,
for a
yes.
replacement,
Mm.
right? And sometimes they can't find a replacement.
Yes, yes.
And of course, there are some companies who actually are required to pay maternity leaves,
Yes, yes, yes.
all right? So they're paying for maternity leaves,
Mm.
but the woman is not working, right?
Yes, yes,
They
yes.
are not working. They have to hire someone to work,
Mm.
and money.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
money keeps on flowing.
Yes,
All right,
yes, yes.
so it's gonna be a much more higher. It's gonna be a much more higher cost,
Yes,
right? That's
yes.
what they're afraid of. I think
I
in
think
most
that's the
companies.
reason government should support the company some monies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes, yes,
The government should also support companies by that
yeah.
because I think with that, of course, most companies are not going to be afraid of that,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. But
Right. So,
until, but I think government officials were government company, like the kind of
hmm
company which is formal company, is better condition. But in private company, even though they are very big, like Samsung or LG, but they are
Yeah,
until they are
yeah,
private company. So even though very big company, private company, they are there is kind of how can it is kind of debt for them, and then it's kind
yeah.
of damage for them because government not usually just directly support them. But it can be
Mm,
possible. Just there is some ways to support the support the companies, but until now it's not that easy because it is very complicated, and then it's not that easy to uh, just support the financial support
mm.
for the companies.
Yeah, that is really right. But when you think about it, most of the private companies are much more bigger than the government companies, right?
And then not most of content is also a lot private companies.
Mm,
There are a lot of private company where there is only small company which is government company. Government company is
mm,
very small, number is very small, but there are a lot of just private company where self owner or self
yeah,
businessman like that. It's very
yeah.
burden
But
to them to hire new people just instead of pregnant or maternity leave like that.
yeah, that's right. Well, when you think about it,
Mm.
which has the most success, private or government?
In the equality view, equality view,
No, the success of a company.
Uh, I think private company is much a success because their focus is owning money, but usually just okay, it's government company. Their
Hmm.
focus is not usually owning money because they want, for example, uh, electric. There is government company
Electric
for
company. Yeah,
electric company
yeah.
that is made by government, so their purpose is not for
Oh, hello.
make hello hello hello.
Okay, there.
Yes, yes.
Okay, hello. I'm sorry about that.
Yes,
You
yes.
paused for a while. Your screen
Ah,
froze. Okay,
yes, yes,
and I
yes.
couldn't hear you. All right, so
Yeah,
continue.
yes. In Korea, the government electric company is controlled by government, but their purpose is
Mm.
not making money. Their purpose is making electricity by
Yeah,
low expense like that, low
for
payment
the
like that.
public, right?
Yes,
For the
for the
public.
public. But I heard that in the Philippines, a private company has can make the electricity, right?
Uh, well,
Not all,
yeah,
but there are
actually,
some
not all,
private
not really
company.
all.
But
Private company.
in the case they want to make the money, and that
Yeah, of course,
means
yeah.
they can increase the expense
Mm.
for the
Well,
public. I'm not sure about that exactly, but I heard like that.
yeah,
So,
well, actually, that is true.
mm,
Because I think what
mm,
I know, this is what I know, because there is only one
mm,
government-owned electric company here in the Philippines,
mm,
and that is Meralco.
mm,
Meralco.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
so but there are some other electric companies
mm.
here in the Philippines. A
Private
lot of
companies.
yeah, private companies,
Uh,
but they also benefit from Meralco. Okay, so
uh,
Meralco provides the electricity to these companies.
uh, are they compete each other?
Actually, no, because
No.
it is regional now. It is
Regional.
regional. Yes.
But the main source is from the Mariody. Is
I'm
the
sorry.
electric source is from the government?
Yeah, it is from the main source from the
Ah,
government. So,
they are
uh,
just how can I say, transit the electricity to the local, right? Transit only.
that's right. That's right. That's right.
But
But it is
that
privately
means
owned.
they are not. This private company, they are not generating the electricity by themselves.
No, they're not generating it by themselves because
Ah.
um, electricity is really hard to come by here. Of course.
Yes, yes. It
All right.
invests a lot of money to make electricity by themselves because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that means they are just like kind of a branch, private branch like
That's
that.
right. It is a
Ah,
private branch actually, but
ah,
but it's to be
uh,
honest with you,
mm.
um, it is not that cheap. It is really not that cheap.
Yes, yes. Compared to Korea, I heard the
Yeah.
electricity expense is not that cheap. So many people really be afraid of using the electricity because it
Mm.
costs a lot.
Yeah. You know what? Here in the Philippines, it will take a huge chunk of your salary to pay a month's worth of electricity.
Mm.
So that's actually my electricity bill.
Mm.
Because what I did is
Mm.
we live near my mom's. I live near my mom's now, but I
Mm.
live in a different house,
Mm.
a different apartment. So
Mm.
the thing that I did is I connected
Mm.
the lines between my house
Mm.
and my mom's house
Mm. Line.
into one billing, yeah, into one
Oh.
line, so
Oh.
that I will pay for it.
Oh.
So the thing is that, of course, it's not only me now, right? So I
Mm.
think if it's only me, I think it will be okay. But I'm paying for also for my mom now. But
Mm.
it takes a huge chunk of my salary,
Yes,
actually.
yes, yes.
Really.
I think so because if the like infrastructure
Mhm.
will be privatized, it can
Mhm.
be increase our expense. I think so.
Yeah,
Like
that's right.
electricity or gas or
Mhm.
gas or airline or transportation, like that kind of things. If these are
Mhm.
things will be all of the thing or privatized, it can
Mhm.
be. Of course, there will be advantage because they can just compete, so they
That's
can
right.
decrease the expense and then improve their quality or skills or technicians, but it can be also increase their expense or their
Mhm.
cost in there. So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's right.
sure,
That's right.
but that's the reason I think the government is not the success because their purpose is not the success. They want
Mhm.
good quality and the low cost for the public.
Yeah. There is this one project actually of a
Mm.
former president here in the Philippines,
Not to
and
charity.
not Duterte, not Duterte,
Mm.
but
Mm.
President Duterte is actually interested about that previous president's plan,
Mm.
because that president is Ferdinand Marcos.
Mm.
Yeah, Ferdinand Marcos. I think you've heard about him.
What's that?
Ferdinand Marcos. No,
I don't
no.
know.
He has been proclaimed the dictator of the Philippines before.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, because of martial law, anything like that. He
Mm.
has been proclaimed the dictator of the Philippines,
Mm.
and most and also been publicized as an evil guy.
Mm.
But actually,
Mm.
when you think about it,
Mm.
and luckily I'm not also the one who got brainwashed by it,
Mm.
but there are some people who believe that he is an evil guy. Okay,
Yeah.
but but from I know, and
Mm.
from most of the people now know, or from
Mm.
waking up from,
Mm.
is that when we are under his rule, when the Philippines was under his rule,
Mm.
um, we were actually one of the richest countries in Asia before.
Ah,
The
that
Philippines
means
was one of the
even though
richest countries.
he was the dictator, but he make your economy booming.
Yeah, he
Mm.
made the economy booming.
Booming.
So I think from what I think, from my opinion, we
Mm.
wouldn't be like this. The Philippines won't be like this if
Mm.
I think the projects of Ferdinand Marcos were continued on.
Uh,
But
is this the name of the president? President
yeah,
Ah, yes,
yeah,
yes.
Ferdinand Marcos.
Mm.
So he was impeached.
Mm.
He was impeached
Uh,
before because they say that
dictator.
they said
Uh,
that the whole Filipinos,
uh,
all of the Filipinos, don't went to martial went would like to impeach the president.
mm, mm,
Okay, but
mm,
that's what the book said.
mm,
Right? That's what our history book said.
mm,
That's what the childrens were being taught in school. But
mm,
when I grew up, when I
mm,
was growing up, in our area, not only in
mm,
our area, but also from other places that I've been in,
mm,
they like they like the rule of Marcos.
mm,
So they when they said whole of the Filipinos, they actually meant 2.5%.
mm, mm.
2.5% of the Filipinos
Mm,
went to march in EDSA for the
mm,
impeachment of the president. Well, not actually
mm,
all of it, but now the nuclear power plant that he was planning
mm,
is actually a good thing for the Philippines because
mm,
it will provide cheap,
Cheap electricity. Yes.
cheap electricity,
Yes. Yes.
and we kind of need that right now.
Yes. Yes.
And also the war equipment for our protection,
Ah.
right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
He was planning to strengthen the Philippines,
Yes.
but
Yes.
but the next president actually didn't actually go with it because
Uh,
he said that this is pro Marcos. We can't use
uh,
this. We
just
can't use this
just
because
just against the previous plan for
yes, against the
new.
previous plan. Yeah, but actually, it is a propaganda movement. So it
Yes,
is a
yes.
propaganda movement.
It's
So,
very same as
uh,
in our country, Korea, because there was President Park Geun-hye's father
mhm,
was also president.
that's right.
Yes, he was also dictator. He was
Mm,
dictator, and but at the time, Korea's economy was very booming. But
yeah.
actually, it's very similar. But in my just in my opinion, he
Mhm,
was a dictator, and then he at the time the Korean economy was very booming. That's true, but I have one another opinion. Is it good or because is it good because I think he is also good, but the most important thing is at the time the businessman was the important. They are very clever, and then their situation was very fit shoot for the Korea. What I
mhm,
say is at the booming, all of the businessmen in the at the generation they are very clever and then they can see the future, so they can invest
mhm,
very good things. That's the reason why economy can booming. That's not
mm,
the only for the one dictator has the very good decision. Of course, it can be possible, but if
yeah.
only one dictator's decision make
Mhm,
all of the economic booming, it's just
that's
kind
right.
of how can I? It was luck in that time because at the
Ah, luck.
situation, it was the luck that his decision and the situation was perfectly uh, close each other. But if it wasn't, maybe he was not that he was not that good dictator. But I think it's the same as you because your previous
Mhm,
dictator, his luck was very good, so his decision make the very good result. But
mhm.
what I want to say is it really his result or another businessman's result? I'm not sure about that.
Actually, actually, it's because of him that a
Mm.
lot of investors are coming in from the Philippines.
Yes, yes, yes. But actually,
Yes.
at the time, the Samsung or SK or LG was at the time there is that's not the global company. But at the
Mhm.
time, they tried to invest money in the semiconductor and then car.
Mm.
At the time, Korea is very poor, so many people think who will buy
Yeah.
semiconductor and who will buy a car in very poor country? But dictators mind decision and then some businessmen Egon were like the very good clever guys
Mhm.
investment was how can I synergy effect so it can
Mhm.
have a
Yeah.
very good
Synergy effect.
result not
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dictator what I mean is so that's the reason why I think that we cannot just respect him only that way because there are a lot of
Yeah.
ways to be one people.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I think we have a lot more to say about this topic, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
But our time is already up.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
just noticed the time.
Yes, yes.
So I must cut our conversation short and maybe
Mm.
let's move this conversation again to our next meeting this Wednesday, okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, so I'll see you again this Wednesday, okay, John?
Yes, yes.
All right, so bye bye. Hold that thought. Okay,
Yes,
hold
yes,
that
yes.
thought. All right,
Yes,
so
yes.
bye
Bye bye.
bye.